Okay, so you are with myself, Chris Jordan, from Chris Jordan Media. Yes, it is named after me because when you are in entertainment, I like to use it as an excuse. You are extremely self-obsessed and in a good way. I always encourage people that are training under me or, like I say, as mentees, whatever. You have to have a healthy ego to want to be able to entertain. We like entertainers that have really big personalities and hashtag big egos. Okay, so anyway, Chris Jordan Media presented the first radio mentorship. So radio mentorship in South Africa. I've got to be very specific, not to lie about anything. So and it was great. We've kind of been through the motions in terms of introducing the mentorship, on the site and across social mediums. But I just want to say one more time is that, and I'll say it in the next video as well, where we speak to Terry. Mentorships have died. They've died. There's a little bit of a cop out. I don't want to criticize industries at all, but there's been a cop out between mentorships that were quite just prevalent within, I think maybe like 15 to 18 years ago. And then that changed into almost like shutting the doors completely to just new talent across the board, again, in industry. And then, moved over to community service. So we, as community service, both whether it was a community station, a PBS, or it was a commercial, you would invite students or again anyone that was learning to practice obviously the medium and the craft of radio into your space, and you would give them an opportunity to just learn a little bit. So it was never ever a mentorship, and it was never ever a 12-month quote unquote, because we did start this in, I think, mid-January, end of January, and so here we are. Lessons learned, and definitely the right people. We chose Mamokete. I've just given you a bit. I've known you also for quite a while, and I got to know you as a student who was studying, radio and media, and without sounding weird, but you know what I mean. Like, I fell in love with you, and I really did, which is a great thing for you, because as a radio personality and as a personality, people have to fall in love with you. So that's a big plus. I don't think a lot of people. I don't see a world where people do not like Mamokete. I mean, there isn't. There isn't.
Thanks, Chris.
It is true. It's true, and definitely it wasn't just liking you, but it was definitely you see, you're very committed, and you're very proactive, and you're very professional, and that is what makes people stand out. In addition to the fact that you are also a great human being. That is the I say comparative, but then obviously mutually inclusive relationship that you want to stand out in the industry. That's exactly my first question. Like, I know why you stand out. Do you know why you stand out?
I stand out because I'm genuinely passionate. When you genuinely love something, it's a cliche to say don't do it because of the fame, do it because of the love. And it is true, because it is a very tough industry to get into, to stay in, and to shine in. So if you are doing it to just get recognition, or to get a couple of fans, you will not have longevity. I think if I was not genuine about my love of radio right after I graduated, I would have just left it alone, because life also takes you in different directions. And if you really truly love something, you will always find a way to make space for it, and for it to be a part of your life. The other thing is, I intentionally work on myself. You may have a great producer, but at the end of the day, it's your personality that people connect to. So I make it an intention that I become the friend that I want, that I become the person that I want to speak with, that in every room I show equal to myself. It doesn't matter if I'm speaking to executive, if I'm speaking to creatives, if I'm speaking to children, if I'm speaking to government leaders. I show up as me, and therefore there is consistency in what everybody sees. Someone that sees me in a township, someone that has seen me in the boardroom, someone that sees me on media, it's the same person. I'm not trying to put out what I'm not. And that comes with filling myself with a lot of what I want to put out. You can only fake it till you make it for so long. But life brings us pressure, and when you're under pressure, you're squeezed, and what's inside you comes out. So if that is not steady and solid, that's when you will see a fluctuation. So for me, for my identity and my character to be consistent, I consistently put in what I want to be taken out. I think over and above reading information on the internet, reading books, and informing myself is, in radio, like you said, I am the business, I am the brand, I am the personality. And that's where I think I stand out, because that's where my major investment is.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, that sums up quite a lot of what I was going to ask anyway. One big thing there is we all go through it again. That's why it wasn't intentional. I mean, I wanted a 12-month program, hashtag 12-month, and we are, again, like just moments away from the new year. But, the thing is that it's good and all to be able to hold it together for a month, for example. Do you understand? But, throughout a year, like all of us, we don't know what's going to happen. And I mean, we're both still here, which is always a thing that anyone should always pat themselves on the back for, in whatever state that you are. And when you got perspection, perspective, that's it, So here's my thing: is that there's obstacles and there's been triumphs. So where do you feel like, let's say within the mentorship, you were faced with obstacles, and felt that it was almost like unreasonable, but then you gained perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Yeah.
No, perception.
Yeah.
Always get them wrong. Yeah.
A new perspective from that. I think there was a time where it because when we enter the mentorship, it's not like you necessarily have a curriculum to say, on this day you're writing an exam like in school, on this day you're handing in an assignment. It goes as and when with life. And there was a point where I had bitten more than I can chew. And I felt like I was choking under pressure, and I would explain to mentors to a certain extent what is happening. But then, I realized, because I personally don't want to come across as a person that makes excuses that, oh, I can't deliver this because this is happening. My cat died, my dog died. The thing about the entertainment industry is the show must go on. Whether your loved one has dropped down and died, or you are not physically feeling well, the show at the end of the day must go on. And not to say that nobody cares about the person behind the personality, but the truth about it is, in entertainment, you sell your persona. People fall in love with your persona. Yes, your persona may go through challenges, but they tune in because of the promise that the brand gives. And when that falls short, then you can't still be counting on people's loyalties, because that's what you sold them something, they bought into it, and they demand it. So at a point, I was falling short in the delivery, and it is not because of lack of grace of the mentors. It was because of my lack of clarity in communicating exactly what is going on, what I needed help with, and what I was doing to come out of it. So I thought, okay, this is what I'll do to come out of it without asking for help, without clearly stating this is what's going on. So, somebody sitting on the other side, putting their time and effort and experience into you. And if you're not communicating, it seems like you're taking it for granted. So there will be a disconnect, So I had to step back for a while and see, okay, so this is where I am. This is what's happening. How can I fix it? How do I bounce back? Which was a great lesson for me because, your recital is never greater than your rehearsal. So this was a good rehearsal for me. I was fortunate enough that it happened behind closed doors, that when I do step out and I'm actually in the spotlight, I don't choke, because those moments are moments that either make or break you. So that was a great lesson for me to see an introspection, to see how quickly do I bounce back, because when you bounce back in your private space versus bouncing back in the public, it's not the same.
No. And also, I mean, again, it's one of those things that I constantly say. I'm not making this about me, but it is something that I also struggled. I really did struggle with, because I felt that having to do everything meant I had to do everything, and that destroyed me at a point in my life. It really, and it wasn't just a month of it. It destroyed a couple of years, because I just was so stubborn. I was so stubborn. I would just have to answer every SMS, like a message or WhatsApp, or every phone call, or every email. I have to go here. I have to be here. I have to be broken there. And you know what I'm saying? There was no clarity and there was no prioritization. And so everything fell to, well, I'm not going to use a crass term, but you understand what I'm saying to you. So, because that's what things up. I was very proud of you. It was difficult too, because we could all anyway see that, regardless. You understand? But we also knew. I know you, and it was just. It just. I'm glad there was synergy. It seemed cold and clinical, but you know what I'm saying to you, the same way that I knew that cuts within those extreme years could completely break you for another 3 or 4 years. This wasn't your time, When I say this wasn't your time, that particular time, and sometimes those hot, when you feel like everything's coming down. It's actually not. It's just coming together,
Yeah.
So, I was very proud. Like I say, you're sitting here. You look different. Not because your hair, like it is. It's so amazing. You look great, and you look like you. It's like you've matured so much. Sounds so cliche, but you look like a different woman altogether. I want to.
Thank you, Chris.
No, it's wonderful. I wanna quickly just kind of touch base. You not only were obviously in the mentorship, that this is by no means your largest achievement. Like you are. I mean, you run your own business. How there's partnerships with The Bachelor. You have aspirations of heading off to New York. Being selected as someone to go to the Film Academy. Is that right? Yeah. A dramatic art.
The American Musical and Dramatic Academy.
Yeah. So you are naturally like this quadruple threat, which is super awesome. And I'm not bragging to tell everyone, oh look, you don't even, no one has to even prove anything or sell you, because you sell yourself so extremely well. I wanna So Mamokete now, December 23rd, if she had anything to say, use a very cliched question, but it's always great. If she had to tell Mamokete in January anything about what to expect, or what to hold on to, or what to drop.
Um, I would tell her to relax, relax, enjoy the ride, drop the expectation of perfection, because it will drive you almost insane. Um, but hold on to requiring the best out of you. Always put your best foot forward. But like honestly, things work out as they should. It's something that I say to my friends all the time, but it seems like it's something that I don't hear myself, because honestly, it all works out. For as long as you have breath, you have a chance to make it work.
Yeah.
And just trust in yourself. You've got it in you. Like, trust in yourself.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah,
that is the biggest thing, and we can agree and agree on it. But and we know that it's. I have just basically almost one narrative. I say the same things all the time, which is fine because I'm 41 years old and I've said everything else I've had. I'm done. But you know what? It is. It's just one of those things where, you know, listening to yourself. I mean, we're here. We're also. I find that really, even if someone has the lowest self-esteem and they are self-destructive, whatever it is, there's always this cheerleader. Because if you're here breathing and eating and talking and walking,
yeah,
somebody, no one else, you in you, got you up that morning, got you talking,
yeah,
walking. There's always like that
yeah,
cheerleader is always there, and
yeah,
I find that quite amazing, especially when you are at really difficult, low, and you almost feel like you've abandoned that part of you, to grow,
mm,
to I say, be in a better place, not be a better you. Be in a better place
yeah,
that you want to be, and you certainly
yeah.
did that. You certainly did that. I'm going to close off with one. Tell me, what do you want? Like, what will the industry expect from you over short and long term goals? Um, why they are because again, you have already achieved so much and should be focused on you.
So in a couple of weeks, I'm filming my second short film. So that's what I'm doing. I've moved my plans to move to New York to I think around September next year. So in between then, I'll probably be doing a bit of short films, um, a couple of adverts, getting to voiceover work, with all that I've learned from the mentorship. Gotta put that to work. Let's not let the skills just die. Voiceover work, and just preparing for my move. And my heart is open to any other opportunities that may come up. Plans change all the time, and I think it's cast in stone. So just to be out there, share the love that I have, share the knowledge that I have, and just be the entertainer that I can.
And that you are.
Yes, that I am. That I am. Thanks for that. Yeah, that I am.
I'm going to do exactly what I did with Zinclair. Do you have a motivational quote, like for yourself, or that just at the moment? I love motivational quotes. I sometimes do hate them. Like I really do. I really do hate. There are many, 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 many days a year where I'm like, uh, block that person, block that, just because they put it on. Just get out of my way, man. But
Yeah.
something that drives you right now, right now, right now.
Mm. what drives me right now is the typical quote that says that success is when opportunity meets preparation.
Wow.
So I may be in preparation phase. When the opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. So while you have time to prepare, immerse yourself in it. Give all that you can, so that when the opportunity comes, you decide how brightly you shine. So put in the work now, so that when the moment comes, you are at ease. When it's time for you to shine, when it's your moment to come out. So that's what keeps me going right now. That my preparation will meet the opportunity, and then success will come, and people will say, "Oh, where does she come from? It just suddenly out of nowhere." But the truth of the matter is, preparation had to go into it. Yeah.
She's arrived. She's arrived. Okay. Again, I have really sincere, deep love for you. And, again, this obviously is obviously not the end. Not that like we're having this little hallmark moment, like just to like show how human I am, bull. Okay, anyway, but yeah, I just want to say thank you, and again, this is well, we'll chat soon. People must all the same page that this features on my landing page is all your handles, so people can just follow you there, and we'll chat soon. I'll see you on the flip side as part of the audience. Like this.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris.
No worries. Good luck.